Your machine learning model is only as good as the data you use to train it. Your raw data is highly confidential, but it needs to be labeled so your model can learn from it and become super intelligent. But getting quality training data always is harder than you would think. How can you label this confidential data in a way that is secure, accurate, and cost efficient? If you do it in-house, you have to implement your own data labeling tools and integrate with all the different data sources in your organization. Then you need to hire, train, and manage the people labeling the data. And once you have that operation running, your team will need to check the quality of the produced data. All of this will take precious time that could be used perfecting your models. So, doing it in-house is a lot of work and can be very expensive, and that is why some people crowdsource data labeling. Crowd data labeling costs can be low, but the crowd has many limitations and your data may not be secure. With the crowd, you don't have control on who gets access to your data, and it could be copied, redistributed, or worse. Also, if what you need is something like telling cats apart from dogs, that's pretty easy, and the crowd can do it. But if you need to perform complex labeling tasks on your data, then the crowd won't cut it. So the crowd might be easy and cheap, but you have no guarantee about the security of your data or the quality of complex labeling tasks. Obviously, that's a no-go. So you have your data science team waiting for high-quality labeled data. We introduce you to Turing, ta-da! A platform that enables you to label confidential data securely and easily. Turing is designed for solving the hard labeling problems in regulated industries like financial services, healthcare, insurance, and government. Turing is not only secure and high quality, but it is also scalable. Let's take a look inside Turing. Turing is a highly secure platform for labeling complex and confidential data. Only vetted domain experts get to work with your precious data, and you have full control and visibility at all times. Let's go through a practical example. Let's assume you're labeling a model to detect anomalies in medical images. In order to do this, you will need to manually annotate your image database using data labelers that can identify the anomalies. This process can be easy with Turing. You start by creating a new data labeling project. Then you select the type of documents you will be working with, in this case, medical test result images. Turing is integrated with the most common data sources, which allows you to configure data inputs and outputs in seconds. For this example, we will use your S3 account. You simply enter the S3 bucket and credential information. You also have several pre-integrated options for result delivery. In this case, we will have your labeled data sent to an FTP folder. Once again, all you do is simply complete your account credentials, making secure systems integration a non-issue. Now let's solve the staffing problem. Turing allows you to complete your labeling jobs with internal staff or using our network of certified and vetted providers. Finally, you can define your QA methodology to make sure that the annotated data confirms with your quality expectations for each project. And that's it. After you post your first project on Turing, one of our data labeling engineers will be assigned as your point of contact and be your wingman for all your labeling work. You can monitor project progress on your dashboard at any time. When projects are completed, you're instantly notified and your labeled data is magically delivered to your FTP server or any other method of choice. It is that easy. No matter how complex your data labeling needs are, your model can now start learning with Turing without putting your data at risk. So, don't sweat it. You don't need to keep waiting. Sign up with Turing to make your model super intelligent, because we all know your model will only be as good as the data you feed it.